Udoudo Maryjane Anulika explains the importance of National Youth Job Fair, which took place between 18th and the 19th of September, 2024 at the Pavilion, opposite Radio House, Abuja.
Madam.
Okay, my name is Udoudo Maryjane Anulika, the convener, National Youth Job Fair, and then the founder, Creativity Africa. Yes.
Okay, if Nigerian men want to know, what is this job fair and the workshop all about?
Okay, it's quite simple, just like the name sounds. We are very conversant with what we call trade fairs, but this time around, we are putting it in a job settings. So imagine where you have a platform where creative people, employers of labor, come face in face, as in face to face with job seekers. That is what this job fair is all about. And I'm one practical person that I don't like so much talk. I want practical empowerment for young people. I've been singing this song. For more than 8 years, Creativity has been at the forefront of promoting young creative talents. I say that Nigeria does not need to dwell only on oil. The level of creative people in this country, it's enough, to enrich this nation, if only we can focus a little. So here today, talented persons, we have creative people, we have innovators, seated in one room with job organizations that are willing to absorb them. And we're even saying that it's not compulsory you take them in as professionals, because we do have the challenge of age, we do have the challenge of inexperience. It is a sad reality that most times we have a lot of young people who are unemployable. So part of what this workshop stands to do today is to sensitize young people on some little mistakes that they make that makes them unemployable. So on one hand, if you want to combat insecurity in the society, engage your young people. Get them engaged so much that they are so busy during the day. At night, they will be too tired to commit crimes. And trust me, by the time you engage them, practically to express their God-given skills and talents, they will not be, in fact, they will not even remember crime and the rest of them. You can see what the youth minister did here today. He's been able to prove that he's a young person and he's very close to you. And I can testify to that. If you get to his office, he's willing. From the day one that he saw this proposal, he gave his endorsement. He said, I'm 100% with you. But it doesn't stop at that desk. We are not talking about government alone. Government is you and I. I've reached out to over 100 ministries, dropping my letters, moving from one office to the other. You understand? To make sure that, a lot of people get to know about this. I'm telling them that this is the practical empowerment. This is the empowerment for social security. The funds that the government keep, procuring to shoot these young people, you can convert it to, infrastructure. You can convert it to factories. You can support their creativity. Because I keep saying it. Keep building walls of defense around yourself. The day they will attack you, they will not need to cross over the fence. They will attack you right in front of your fence. But when you build them, they will become your fence. So the money that we spend, we waste preparing arms and the rest of it, we can convert it. We can use it to empower young people. I once spoke about what we call bank of ideas. I once spoke about, a bank where if you have concept, just like Mark Zuckerberg, you can come there and let's test it. If it's something that is viable, we can fund it. Enough of that stress where you get to subject young people to, go and bring your this, that, and the rest of them. You know that it's not possible. As long as the person has a very wonderful idea, the person can be funded, and a lot can be, achieved with this. So here today we have young people. We've been going through a lot of sensitization. I've been going from church. I have become an evangelist by the virtue of this, because I move from church to church, from offices. I see a lot of people who occupy leadership positions at the ministries. I still see them in the office, in my churches, and I tell them, see, on one hand you have young people who are looking for employment. On the other hand, we have people who also can give them employment. Don't wait for the government. In that your little business, you can employ at least 2, 3, 4, 5. They are not even begging you to take them in as professionals. Some of them want to come and volunteer for you. You heard one of the speakers say something about experience. If you don't absorb me, how do I learn on the job? So by God's grace, we're also coming up with an app that try to bridge a gap. At the moment that you're just coming out of school, awaiting your NYSC services and the rest of them, you can sign on. We are hoping that, the promises made today by the minister, we will be able to get access to a lot of international partners, UN, ECOWAS, and the rest of them. Their job is to absorb them and train them to be employable. Then you can absorb them. Even if they don't want to work with you, they will be employable for other companies.
Okay, one of the speakers we talked about training the children, the people in a skill, even from the university.
Sure.
What emphasis have you laid on that, so that they will be a kind of self-employed or having their own job and looking for patrons who to equip them to start it up, without waiting for employment?
Proud to this time, we've always stressed on the need for entrepreneurship studies. And I want to believe that some schools are already adopting that. I mean, most of the graduates are produced to be dependent. Do you understand? But by the time we begin to stress things like this, people will begin to understand the practical aspect of life. How do we get to graduate petrochemical engineers who cannot even manufacture paint from the scratch? How do we get to have engineers who cannot, from the scratch produce their own products? So we need to get it right, even from the educational system, like you rightly said. Yes.
Thank you, Roger.
Thank you.